Hello, my friends. Welcome to another day of the Ukraine-Russian war. So this is the situation report, and we have an update from the deep state map. And so let's check that out. We have clarification of some areas on the front, and the enemy continues to storm Kutrumivka, Zelepola, and Andriivka. Okay, so let's check that out. Let's zoom in over here and we'll check this. And so it was last updated yesterday at 2:34. Okay, let's see here. This was on the 27th. So if we see here, they've gained a little bit of ground, and they lost some up here in Pisky. So that's all that and a little bit here in Marinka. Boy, this is not to say that the fighting isn't, ongoing. Okay, we've got some more over here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. That was on the 27th, 28th. Okay, here's Andriivka. Okay, so they gained about a mile over here, south of Bakhmut. Okay. And that looks to be about it, guys. Alright, so let's go to the Russian losses for the day. We're sitting at 354,520. Total killed in action, 88,380. And if we go back to yesterday, we were at 87,900. So they lost 480 soldiers. That's a little, that's lower than the last couple of days. They've been sitting at about 600. And they lost 5 armored combat vehicles, 3 tanks, 2 artillery pieces, and 2 aircraft as well. Okay, we double check it with this one. They're saying 480 troops, 5 APVs, 7 vehicles or fuel tanks, 3 tanks, 2 artillery systems, and 2 airplanes as well. Okay, so they're right on. We got multiple sources confirming it. Okay, guys, so there really isn't much changes on the front line, so I wanted to bring you some videos and then also get to the news. And this is a British EOD volunteer, Luke Temps 29, driving under Russian artillery fire in eastern Ukraine. And this is some cool footage here. So with that, oh. Get out of there. And then I believe this is the same vehicle, guys. See, this is British EOD volunteer unit hit an AT mine in eastern Ukraine. All occupants were unharmed. And it looks like the same Range Rover that he was driving. So I wanted to show you guys this because unbelievable. Look at the front end, completely gone. And I think it's the same one. Like, okay, if we come back to this one, yeah, that's got to be the same one. I'm trying to go. Damn right. Get the hell. Okay, so wanted to show you guys that. Let's see, we've got a bunch of stuff. I've been checking, okay, we got some cool footage here. C4 News in a trench on the front line at Donetsk. Not the Sumy, but Donetsk. Not 1916, but now in the 21st century. Like, guys, this is wild. And so let me make this a little bit bigger.
Not the Somme, but Donetsk. Not 1916, but now in the 21st century. Ukrainian soldiers trudging
That
through
looks
the
nasty.
mire of the trenches. This is how it will be all winter, through rain and sleet and snow, inches of territory lost and gained.
Enemy for 500 meters of ours.
So the enemy is just
Yeah.
500 meters
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
500
not very
meters.
far.
That's not far at all.
Bit too close for comfort.
Every soldier
Yeah.
have his fighting place.
Vadim shows me a firing position. So
In every room. In fight.
Bam, bam,
That's
bam,
right,
bam,
We
bam.
have
Put the
artillery.
sniper up there.
We have
the soldiers rotate every 2.5 hours and at times get barely any sleep.
we have superpower.
You have what's your
Yeah.
superpower?
I'm Ukrainian.
Right on, Slava
The
Ukraine.
commander leads us further into the warren.
Треба зараз цей участок, воно до того копа, побистрій перебігти, тому що...
And tells us we have to run across a stretch of open ground, left so tanks can pass between trenches.
Like his little teddy bear on the back of his
Trees have shed their
backpack.
leaves so there's no cover. We can hear outgoing machine gun fire.
Людей.
In the deepest part of the trench, it's always night.
Де? Добрий день.
How are you?
Тут акуратно.
And even the shortest soldier has to bend down to avoid cracking his head. Yuri shows
That
the
looks pretty
location
rough,
of an
guys.
observation point
Так, це тут пулеметчик.
and where the machine gunner stands.
Це наш спостерігательний пункт. От там. О. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду. Спостерігаємо тут.
The Ukrainians don't just want to push the Russians back, but also to get them to waste manpower and ammunition.
У нас ще є, я далі там покажу, трошки побільше.
Yeah, waste a lot of ammo and guys. That's exactly what they want. Okay, so UKR Inform is reporting on the day's events here. In Ukraine, aviation launches 9 strikes on enemy clusters, and during the day, the Aviation Defense Forces of Ukraine launched 9 strikes on the enemy personnel, weapons, and military equipment clusters in the anti-aircraft missile systems position. This is stated from the report of the General Staff, November 29th at 1800 hours. During the day, the enemy launched missile attacks on civilian objects in the settlements of Kernavishka, Kharkiv region, 26 airstrikes and 10 MLRS attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops. And then if we come down to the end here, the General Staff confirms 27 strikes on Russian clusters in the settlement of Polyhov, Tokmak, and Basan in Zaporizhia region and the Luhansk region. The enemy lost up to 470 people, wounded about 50 units of military equipment of various types, and ammunition depots were destroyed. So they keep on pounding on them little by little. And I found this, the Defense of Ukraine posted this on their Twitter. Good evening, occupiers. It's HIMARS o'clock, and with a nice picture of the HIMARS and the sunset. I just wanted to show you that because it's inspiring, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to keep picking off these guys, especially their ammo dumps and supply lines. Okay, so now in Bakhmut, Russian, oh my goodness, this was heartbreaking, guys. Russian rocket flew directly into a kindergarten. Okay, Russian target residential areas with civilian population using their so-called precision-guided munition. And so I wanted to show you guys this. And here you can see the playground, little school here, and then the fires. Like, this is a kindergarten, or looks like an elementary school. Just, you know, this is a war crime. There's the playground. Just disgusting, guys. Didn't look like anybody was injured, thankfully. Okay, here we have breaking. Russia expected to launch massive attack on Ukraine within 24 hours, including 200 plus missiles, land, sea, and air involved. Russia will possibly attempt attack through Belarus and sustain fighting in Bakhmut. And so everybody's been talking about this, that they're expecting a large rocket attack, guys. And here a satellite image from Engels Air Force from November 28th morning show apparent preparation of Tu-95 and Tu-160 bombers. And you can see all the bombers that are lined up here. It's looking bad, guys. And looks like this post was removed. I still had it up. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Noel reports that NATO is discussing the transfer of Patriot air defense missiles to Kyiv. Unbelievable that they haven't done it already. It's very urgent. Like, we just saw that they're getting ready to bomb them. Like, send in these air defense systems right now. Okay, let's see, the AP. The AP is reporting that NATO renews membership vow to Ukraine, pledges arms and aid. And NATO doubled down Tuesday on its commitment to one day include Ukraine when the war is over, I guess. A pledge that some officials and analysts believe helped prompt Russia's invasion this year. And I think that was just an excuse. The world's largest security alliance also pledged to send more aid to Ukrainian forces locked in battle with the Russian troops. Like, send it. Send everything you got. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken met with NATO foreign ministers in Romania to drum up support for Ukraine as Russia bombards energy infrastructure going into the frigid winter. Russia cannot stop the alliance expansion, NATO leaders said. NATO's door is open, NATO Secretary Jens Stoltenberg said before chairing the meeting in the capital, Bucharest. Like, NATO's door is open. If it was open, Ukraine would be in it. You know, they cracked it open is what I think he meant to say. So CNBC reporting that losing is not an option. Damn, all these ads. Putin is desperate to avoid defeat in Ukraine as anxiety rises in Moscow. So guys, if Russia loses, you know, the only one to blame is Putin. He's the head of the table, at the head of the government table. So when Russia invaded Ukraine in February, nobody in President Vladimir Putin's inner circle is believed to have expected the war to last more than a few months. And everybody thought it was going to be under a week. As weather turned cold once again, and back to freezing and muddy conditions that Russia's invading forces experienced at the start of the war, Moscow faces what's likely to be months more fighting, military losses, and potential defeat. And the article just states that basically Putin's going to do everything he can to try to win it. Putin, however, he is more vulnerable than ever, so hopefully they'll overthrow him or assassinate him. We can only hope, guys, but something's got to give. Can't just start a war and expect no consequences, and if you lose it too. Okay, so the Kyiv Post is reporting explained. Is someone trying to assassinate Belarusian leader Lukashenko? And Alexander Lukashenko, an earnest ally of Vladimir Putin, who has served as Belarus's sole president since 1994, reportedly fears for his safety and believes he will be assassinated by Moscow, according to unconfirmed reports from sources close to Russia's military leadership. Some Russian and Ukrainian Telegram channels reported that on Monday, November 28th, Lukashenko allegedly ordered his cooks, guards, and servants to be replaced to protect himself after shocking reports claimed that Belarusian Foreign Minister Vladimir Maky, who died on November 26, was poisoned in a sting operation by the Russian government. So still, unverified reports state that Maky was assassinated after Moscow discovered he was covertly in contact with the West regarding the war in Ukraine and was attempting to prevent Putin from further integrating Belarus into Russia. So this is the first time we've heard about this as a reason given for why they might assassinate him. So I thought that was pretty interesting and wanted to report that to you guys. Okay, next we have a cool video here by Radio Free Europe. Ukrainian troops at M77 Howitzers changed the course.
Калібру 155 мм. В народі 3 топора, 3 сокири. Так, ця гармата, як і кажуть військові Збройні Сили України, зрештою це підтверджують і західні партнери, переламала хід війни. І ось чому.
Тільки снаряд.
You can see them prepping the bombs. Whoa. That is mean.
Просто, вона б'є точно, дуже точно. І дуже хорошо наводяться люди, працюють люди, які, працюють на цій гарматі, вони дуже добре працюють. І, це дуже добре. І за того у нас є колективність, зглаженість. Ми працюємо добре, все як положено.
Стаб Б, як би я можу сказати, це набагато мощніша, це однозначно. Точніша, це ми вже знаємо, вже на роботі її, це ми точно знаємо. Маскувати її, вона проще, коли неї робота, одразу важко було, тому що робили на радянських. Зараз ми, які вже добре знаємо, то в нас виходить на неї доволі непогано, можемо точно сказати. Стаб Б, я не можу її навіть в порівняння поставити. Цілі дуже багато, кожна смачна по-своєму. Але були такі там, особовий склад більше всього. Приносили більше. Було там, по-моєму, 300 чоловік ми били. Це було піхоти, так. Ми крили очередю, чергою, по-моєму, я зараз навіть не вспомню. По-моєму, 9 снарядів було. Да. То це дійсно дало радості і бойового духу додало на дуже довге время. Чому вона переламала хід війни, як з мого досвіду можу сказати, що це точність прицільності. Прицільність попадання, як ви бачили самі вже, то це, якщо налагоджена робота і це швидкість.
So yeah, you can see that they work fast, but they hit 300 men with 9 shells. Ouch. Very accurate. Okay, and the Daily Beast is reporting this is how the U.S. totally misjudged the war in Ukraine. And I don't think it's just the U.S. I think it was everybody. And so here we go. U.S. intelligence failed to predict Ukraine's valiant efforts to repel Putin's forces, leaving them totally unprepared for a lengthy war in Europe. And we all remember the CIA asking Zelensky if he wanted a ride, and Zelensky said, "I need ammo, not a ride." Actually, he put that on Twitter. And so the war in Ukraine isn't going the way Russian President Vladimir Putin expected, and he's certainly not the only one who was caught by surprise. The U.S. expected a rapid Russian success, with the Kremlin's tanks inside Kyiv within days. Many U.S. officials from the CIA, the Pentagon, and the White House believed Russia would quickly conquer Ukraine when it was invaded in February, but Ukraine has mounted an effective defense. And I think everybody believed that. I remember being worried myself and watching it on the TV when it first started. Like, Russia was throwing everything that they had at this. I thought they were going to go down. I'm surprised that they didn't. So, this is just another article, and they're trying to see why they misjudged, like everybody misjudged this. And you know what? Let me come down here a little bit more. Former military officials and intel insiders have told the Daily Beast that reviews are underway after failures in human intelligence and lethargic analysis led to warped predictions. The misjudgment in Washington, D.C. was near total. The U.S. did accurately warn that Putin's threat of invasion was real, while some intelligence agencies, including those in Kyiv, sought to play down the likelihood of all-out war. But after the biggest land conflict in Europe since World War II was founded, the world's most extensive and costly intelligence agencies right here in the U.S. So they're trying to see what the hell happened here. Why did they get it all wrong? Okay, so when you figure that out, I'll be reporting on that. So now we have mil.n.ua is reporting the State Bureau of Investigations detained the Deputy Mayor of Kherson, who had been cooperating with the invaders. And this is I'm reading a lot of these articles, guys, were collaborators. And I don't understand, especially with these politicians. But the State Bureau of Investigations and the Prosecutor's Office jointly detained the Deputy Mayor of Kherson. He was collaborating with the invaders while the city was occupied and was helping organize an illegal referendum. The press service of SBI reports about this. Prior to the beginning of the Russian invasion, the official was responsible for the working of the city council's executive bodies. After Russian troops captured the city, he started to cooperate with the invaders. He was responsible for housing and communal services in Kherson. In addition to ensuring the work of housing and communal service enterprises, the official developed a payment system for services from the population. And here you can see him being arrested. And he faces, I think, 12 years. Yeah. The sanction of the article provides imprisonment for a period of up to 12 years. So off you go. Okay, and here we go. Newsweek is reporting Ukraine boasts of destroying 9,000 Russian military vehicles since the war began. If we come back to minus Rus, how many vehicles? So we've got 5,800 vehicles, and then plus tanks. Yeah, that's about 9,000. So that's what they're reporting here. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said in an update on its Facebook page that the country has taken almost 9,000 Russian military vehicles, and that its own military was determined to increase this number every day. And they are. As of November 29th, Russia has lost more than 20 900 tanks, and nearly 5,900 armored combat vehicles. Since late February, the Ukrainian military thinks it's not enough, and the number of losses of the enemy until he gets out of Ukraine will increase every day. Yeah, and I hope they keep on. Like, they used to be, the daily losses, guys, used to be 20 something a day. Okay, the Telegraph is reporting the U.S. could send Ukraine new bombs with twice the range of HIMARS, and the weapon, which are relatively quick and cheap to produce, could be deployed in Ukraine as early as next spring. They call that early. Okay. Okay, so now we've got NOL reporting the most effective solution to the energy problem for Ukraine is the transfer of missiles with a range of 800 kilometers to the armed forces of Ukraine. Danilov, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine. Now, I don't know what missiles these are with an 800 kilometer range. Like, I hope you get them though. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this. We're gonna end this on some good news. Protester runs across the field during the World Cup match between Portugal and Ukraine, and as you can see, he's wearing a Superman shirt that says "Save Ukraine." Thought that was pretty cool. We got another picture of him here, and I don't know if he got tackled or not, but that was a cool picture. Okay, we've got another video here of an Armed Forces of Ukraine drone operator, and onlookers are pleased as he scored a direct hit on the Russian IFV. And let's show this one. I don't want to play any copyrighted music. There you go. It's nice how you can see this clear picture here from that tablet. So I thought that was pretty nice. And guys, since the front lines aren't really changing, I think I'm going to be posting more videos. I like posting these videos of them in action. I can't really show any gruesome videos because I'll get banned. But I think that's where I'm going to be searching for videos. So if you would please subscribe to the channel and give me a like. I'll be posting more of these. I look for cool, uplifting videos. And having said that, here, let's check this one out. Austria. I guess that means fire. Do we see it hit? Okay. I hope you hit your target. And guys, so if you would, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, here we've got residential areas within Bakhmut looking like World War II ruins. I wanted to show you guys this because this is just really heartbreaking. And with that, let's get to it. You can just see the oh man, like everything. Look at that, like, oh my goodness. And these are all civilian buildings, like you can see. Yeah, let's replay it one more time. Like this right here looks like some kind of hotel or apartment building. Okay, so that was that one. Got some more, guys, I wanted to show you. Here's destruction in Bakhmut. play that. I mean, look at that. Like the whole, down the whole street. You can see these residential buildings. This looks like a business here. And over here, residential buildings. Place just bombed out. Look at the crater here in the middle of the street. Damn. Here we can see some more bombed out, all the windows gone. I mean, look at that. Oh my goodness. Here again, you know, residential buildings. Just disgusting, man. Oh my goodness. I didn't see this one. These are the kind of videos that, oh, like right, oh my goodness. Here we go again, you know, look at this nonsense. These are war crimes. Oh my goodness. And so that's the reality, guys. Damn. Like that's how senseless this war is. Okay. Here we go. A monument to Lenin was transformed into a statue of Darth Vader in Odessa, Ukraine. So this was pretty interesting here. What I don't get, and you can see is, you know, it looks exactly like Darth Vader. Here's his head, and here's what it was before. Like, why not just tear it down completely? I didn't get why they just put the Darth Vader there. Maybe, I don't know. I would have just torn it down. Put something nicer up, you know, Ukrainian. Okay, here we have this nice video of Santa Claus riding back on the back of a armored personnel vehicle. Is that a tank? Okay, copyrighted music. Looks like an MLRS. Okay. And okay, I wanted to end this with this video, guys. And so you see a massive pro-Ukrainian rally in Bologna, Italy this weekend. Thank you for the solidarity. Italian friends, unity for the win. And you can see all the Ukrainian flags here. Thought that was pretty cool, guys. And that's my report for the day. And so, guys, if you would, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell, because I post these videos every day, and I try to bring you the news and to try to do it with an inspiring message and uplifting. It's pretty tough, guys. So, yeah, leave me a comment, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Having said all that, Slava Ukraine, and have a beautiful day. Thank you, guys.